those democratic rights of the people of Portmore to be removed without their consent or approval by this government abusing its parliamentary majority. Mr. Speaker, the two current mayors of Portmore and St. Catherine were both duly elected in February last year, less than a year ago, in fact. One directly by the people in Portmore, and the other by the elected local representatives of the people in St. Catherine. They both hold office as an expression of the democratic will of the people. This bill will destroy the expressed will of the people. It will remove the mayor of Portmore, who was chosen democratically by the residents of Portmore, and it will also result in the much reduced parish of St. Catherine suddenly having a majority of JLP councillors so that they can remove the current elected mayor and install one of their own. That is the effect of this legislation. Mr. Speaker, it is a deplorable travesty and an aberration for this government to abuse its parliamentary majority to negate the will of the people and remove their duly elected representatives from critical leadership positions that they now hold. This bill violates the people's choice last year. We reject the abuse of Parliament to reverse the will of the people as expressed through free and fair elections. It is wrong, and we call on Jamaica to stand up against it. As my colleague, Mr. Speaker, as my colleague, Member of Parliament for South St. Catherine has said, this legislation is gerrymandering legislation. What is gerrymandering? It means shifting up electoral boundaries to keep your supporters in and or to move the other side supporters out. And that is exactly what is happening here. The principal objective of this legislation is to recast existing constituency boundaries of 2 seats to provide a political advantage to the Jamaica Labour Party. That member.
I rise on a point of order, Mr. Speaker. The bill that was tabled, and I opened the debate, and we are debating, in that bill includes no provisions about removal of political boundaries. Mr. Speaker, the member is misleading the House. This Parliament, Mr. Speaker, cannot alter or create political boundaries. We are creating a parish boundary, Mr. Speaker. We are creating a parish, and they must stop, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, the minister has made that point repeatedly, and it is disingenuous. Under our constitution, constituencies cannot straddle parish boundaries. And when you configure parish boundaries, as this bill does, running through the middle of existing constituencies, you are ipso facto reconfiguring the constituency boundaries. Stop deceiving the people. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Mr. Speaker, I repeat, the principal objective of this legislation is to recast the existing constituency boundaries of 2 seats to provide a political advantage to the JLP. This is flagrant gerrymandering and is an abuse of the democratic process of this Parliament. Mr. Speaker, this bill creates new parish boundaries that are not aligned with the current constituency boundaries in East Central St. Catherine and South St. Catherine, 2 seats. This departs from a decision that had already been agreed by both sides for the boundaries of the city municipality of Portmore to be aligned with the boundaries of the 3 constituencies that together comprise Portmore. The government departing from that position without the input or approval of the Electoral Commission of Jamaica is thereby departing from the convention that electoral boundary adjustments are to emanate from the consensus within the ECJ and then accepted by Parliament without debate or demur. Mr. Speaker, the convention that decisions on political boundaries are shifted away from the governing party of the day and instead vested in a well-structured specialist entity, formerly called the Electoral Advisory Committee, and now, under law, the Electoral Commission of Jamaica, has been an important contributor to the elimination of the scourge of political violence that had plagued Jamaica for decades and culminated, Mr. Speaker, in nearly 1,000 Jamaicans being killed. The principal objective of this legislation is, Mr. Speaker, Jamaica has come to be admired internationally for having developed a homegrown model for dealing with these politically sensitive issues via that well-designed structure that ensures expertise, independence, and consensus, and thereby reduces tensions and mitigates the risks of political violence. To depart from this convention will create a highly undesirable and unnecessary political schism, taking the country back to conditions from which Jamaica had happily departed and should never return. So, Mr. Speaker, we say shame on this JLP administration for taking Jamaica's political practice back to those dark days from whence we came. We absolutely abhor this flagrant violation of the well-established convention that has saved Jamaica so well since the 1980s. We abhor the emasculation of the central role of the Electoral Commission of Jamaica in setting constituency and divisional boundaries so that the government of the day cannot do precisely what this government is intent on doing here. The parish boundary for Portmore will run through East Central St. Catherine and run through South St. Catherine, excluding from the parish of Portmore several communities that are now part of those constituencies. Those communities will be politically marooned, no longer represented by their current elected MPs, but not represented by any other MPs either. So clearly, a major realignment of constituency boundaries will be required. That is the effect of this legislation. And Mr. Speaker, for this sensitive process to be preempted by the JLP government pushing through this bill for political advantage is a backward and retrograde step. And we strongly object to it, and we will not support it. Mr. Speaker, Portmore has developed into a major residential and commercial center. It was not developed as a parish. There is no discernible benefit that this legislation brings the people of Portmore. They have not presented one tangible benefit to the people from this scheme of theirs. As a parish, Portmore will lack many of the facilities and amenities that parishes customarily enjoy. Many. It has no public hospital, no cemetery, no market, no parish court, and so on. The people of Portmore will continue to rely on St. Catherine and elsewhere for those amenities and facilities. This is legislation of form over substance, and its primary objective is political. It has nothing to do with improving the lives of the people of Portmore. Oh no, it is entirely for the political benefit of the Jamaica Labour Party. Mr. Speaker, what is happening here today cannot be supported. We will vote against it, and we will do whatever is in our lawful power to resist its implementation. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
"21 minutes after 8 o'clock. Jamrock. Who else me see I make some statement? Who else me see? Somebody else saying that Mark Golding no know what I say. Listen to me. I hope you listen to the presentation of the man make. And at 8:30, we're going to be joined by Fitz Jackson, one of the member of parliament over there in Portmore. Yeah? Somebody who is knowledgeable about what is happening. But for Jamrock and all who are say, what them are say, let me play the truth. Let me play why the GLP is rushing to bring Portmore to our parish. So, you all say what you want to say, but let's go to the horse's mouth and listen why the GLP are rushing to bring Portmore to our parish. Listen to Everard Warmington and what him say about it.
And I'm very confident that the next parish council, we will have all 3 divisions in South Central, East Central, and Catholic. The most difficult of the 3 was Portmore Bank. And we have made it much easier now. I've been fighting before 2011 when we had the last boundary change that Portmore should not go to Spanish Town, a part of Spanish Town in the middle of the road. I fought for years and then we became the 2000 parish boundary committee. And today I'm happy to say that we have the boundary that we wanted all along. Quarry Hill, Lakes Bend, Lime Tree Grove, Range Lane on that side will no longer be in Portmore Bank. We sat down, we did the map and the boundaries. The boundaries then was for the Portmore municipality. Now we have used that as the boundary for the parish of Portmore. The PMP submitted a map that they want, but as far as I'm concerned, they're not government. We have 49 members of parliament who are 14 of them, the majority was done. They claim that we're using politics and they blame me, that we got seat based on politics. The only thing I know is politics. And my politics is the Jamaica Labour Party. And I must do everything possible to use my power to secure victory for the Jamaica Labour Party in every field. I have no problem to make nobody. I sat down and I look at elections after elections. I look at 4 elections down the road. Look at results in each PD. And that's the basis on which we did this. So the boundaries in the east remain, the boundaries in the south remain, the boundaries part of the west remain, but we cut it up along down the Golden Road to what you call the one, Port Tennessee Road. Yes, then we take the highway back to Mandela. So the whole of them paying people on the left, then gone at anything. They won't be able to make the decision anymore. So please, when I'm gone, I know a Labour Party has something here. I guess further, when we take Portmore after St. Catherine, it's a different ballgame across there. Well, we're 41 seats now 42 seats. Out of these 42, PNP, you have 12 in Portmore. We won 2, they won 10. Yet they won the St. Catherine Parish Council by 1 seat. 1 seat is not they get 10 from Portmore. Now, give them back them people 10. Leave us alone over here. And it means that under no circumstances PNP can ever win the St. Catherine Parish Council again. Never again.
Meanwhile, opposition.
So, on hear clearly. On hear it clearly. Yeah? Me not say nothing, you know. We just play the clips. Because I tell you about these analog politicians living in this digital age. And I want to play about this clip here with Desmond Mackenzie. I try trick Jamaican people. Hey, you don't realize, man, say a digital age. Listen.
Recast the existing constituency boundaries of 2 seats to provide a political advantage to the JLP.
Hold on. Bring it back.
A rise on a point of order, Mr. Speaker. The bill that was tabled, and I opened the debate, and we are debating, in that bill includes no provisions about removal of political boundaries. Mr. Speaker, the member is misleading the House. This Parliament, Mr. Speaker, cannot alter or create political boundaries. We are creating a parish boundary, Mr. Speaker. We are creating a parish, and they must stop, Mr. Speaker.
Hold on, don't say nothing yet, Marky G. So, what Mark Colin was saying earlier, and Fitz Jackson, that what the GLP they are doing is called political gerrymandering. So the government, instead of allowing the EOJ and the Election Commission to cut the boundaries for constituency, they are doing it. But them are do it under style. What they are saying is that them not create a boundary. Them are create parish. But in Jamaica, a constituency, one constituency can't be in 2 parishes. So once you cut the parish boundary across constituency, you effectively cut it out. Listen to Mark Gold in response to Desmond Mackenzie.
Mr. Speaker, the minister has made that point repeatedly, and it is disingenuous. Under our constitution, constituencies cannot straddle parish boundaries. And when you configure parish boundaries, as this bill does, running through the middle of existing constituencies, you are ipso facto reconfiguring the constituency boundaries. Stop deceiving the people. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
So, caught him trying to deceive the Jamaican people. What can go so? What is happening in the parliament? Stop it. Stop it. That is a lie. And where you come from? Owen Brown? Is intelligent people watch this program, and Owen? People with critical thinking watch this show here. So if them tell you about it, and you hear about this program here, the Colin Bell Show on Portland Spice TV, and you come over here with no brains, I would suggest that you don't stay. If you come to learn, we can teach you. If you come to learn, we can teach you. But if you come to deceive anybody over here, so you will get a beating. You must get a beating, because over here, we also beat and teach. You understand me? So I'm going to play this for you again, Owen Brown, make you listen. Because what Mark Goldin said is that the government is doing political gerrymandering. So the government is cutting the borders of Portmore so that they're creating a parish. But they're not bringing in all 3 constituencies in Portmore fully. They are cutting across 2 of the constituencies. And you would have heard Everard Warmington earlier tell you that him cut off all of the PNP them from over one side and send them over Denise Daly to make it easier to win Portmore Pines. Yeah? So when Mark Colin talk about it, Desmond McKenzie rose on a point of order. I'm going to play it again for you one more time. Because we teach people over here and we take the thing them very simple so you can learn. Owen Brown, listen again.
Mr. Speaker, I repeat.
Hold on. Here goes.
Rise on a point of order, Mr. Speaker. The bill that was tabled, and I opened the debate, and we are debating, in that bill includes no provisions about removal of political boundaries. Mr. Speaker, the member is misleading the House. This Parliament, Mr. Speaker, cannot alter or create political boundaries. We are creating a parish boundary, Mr. Speaker. We are creating a parish. And they must stop, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, the minister has made that point repeatedly, and it is disingenuous. Under our Constitution, constituencies cannot straddle parish boundaries. And when you configure parish boundaries, as this bill does, running through the middle of existing constituencies, you are ipso facto reconfiguring the constituency boundaries. Stop deceiving the people. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Mr. Speaker, I repeat, the principal objective of this legislation is to recast the existing constituency boundaries of 2 seats to provide a political advantage to the JLP. This is flagrant gerrymandering and is an abuse of the democratic process of this Parliament.
So, I don't see what me talk about. Hold on there. I get Fitzjackson on the line. Because Tom drunk, but Tom no fool. And I tell you now about these analog politicians that we have operating in this digital age. And because of that, hold on, let me do wrong. Hold on. Doing something wrong, yeah. Because of that, they're getting caught. Every time them try them bamboozling, they're getting caught. Hold on for me, Sir Jackson. Hold on for me. I could connect you to the studio. Just having a little technical difficulty here, but we'll start it out right away. So hold the line for me. So, no man. Every time that they try the kind of rubbish, we caught up on them. So they are trying to change the constituency borders by saying that they are creating a parish. But as you heard Mark Colin a while ago, constituencies can't go across parish line. So the constituency have to be in one parish. So if Portmore becomes a parish, you can't have a constituency in Portmore and in St. Catherine. So Desmond McKenzie rose on a point of order. But that point of order was really out of order. And therefore, they can't trick we, It's not possible. We have Fitz Jackson on the line. Comrade Jackson, good evening.
Good evening, Brother Colin.
How you doing, man?
I am good, I am good. I am good.
We caught some of the parliament today. We didn't catch your presentation. We caught Mark Golding's presentation. What really happened in the parliament today? Just give us a quick rundown.
Well, essentially, the government, as you know, over 2.5 years ago or more, initiated steps to, on the surface of it, create a parish of Portmore, to cut off a section of Portmore, including the municipality, and to deem it a parish by itself.
Right.
We had a problem with that as the opposition, because the municipality, as it is since 2003, is the construct of the people of Portmore. The citizen associations, all the different community groups came together under the joint Portmore Citizens Association to lobby for and to create the Portmore municipality in structure and in operation. The People's National Party never created the Portmore municipality. It merely facilitated its development.
Right.
It's coming into being. And we consider the aspirations and the wish of the people to be sacrosanct.
Okay.
And so any changes to what currently exists should involve the people at the center rather than to be placed in a reactive position. And so we have been steadfast in that position since then. However, we realized from very early that the creation of the parish, our designation of that space in Portmore called the parish of Portmore, never proposed to offer no improvement in any form or fashion. Not in governance, not in service delivery, not in infrastructure development, nothing at all. Because the municipality in Portmore does what every other parish municipal corporation does in Jamaica. And anything it doesn't do and still do from the St. Catherine Parish Council is by its own decision for efficiencies. That said, what the government was seeking to do is to create its own political design by one, cutting off Portmore from the rest of St. Catherine against their express wish, and two, to set the boundaries for that proposed parish themselves. And as you know, since 1979, all political boundaries are not set by either party in government, but by the Electoral Commission of Jamaica, in order that we don't continue the tribalism that existed up to 1980. What the JLP government is seeking to do is to reverse that and to turn back the gains that we have had from that, all about creating a political safety for themselves. That's it.
So, is the PNP really against Portmore becoming a parish, or it is the process that is being used?
No. Our position is that let the people of Portmore determine what they want.
And how you'd get that? Through a referendum?
Through a referendum, through deep, widespread consultation. It was not through a referendum that it was created. It was through a widespread consultation by the citizens group, not the PNP, not the members of parliament of the PNP, but the citizens through their own initiative. They came together and lobbied for and have what they want. We can do that, or we can do a referendum, since we currently have one form of municipality already in place. But whatever is decided upon, the people of Portmore must be central to it. And that's our simple position. Because we see ourselves as having the responsibility and the duty to protect that which the people have created for themselves.
The government said that they have done the consultations. What say you?
That is not true. It is not true. It is not true. Absolutely false. They had some joint select committee meeting, and two such meetings they allow the public to participate via a Zoom link. Altogether, in each of those persons, 28 persons in Portmore participated on the Zoom link. I don't know if we can call that consultation.
Mr. Turlong said he brought a lot of people from Portmore
No,
to
that's
fill
not
the
true.
gallery.
That's not true. It was their gymnastics. I don't think no more than about 15 people were in the gallery from his constituency.
All right, so going forward, the bill was brought to Parliament today. It was debated and was passed, right?
Yes, they have the overwhelming majority.
Right.
And we have made the point, changes of this nature must not be done on a purely partisan basis. And it must not be done only on a bipartisan basis, but it must involve a wide range of stakeholder groups across the parish of St. Catherine and Portmore in particular, who will be affected by such changes. That's what the democracy that we support would look like.
All right, before I go to Portmore, this now goes to the Senate, right?
Yes.
And it needs what? A simple majority?
Just a simple majority.
So it will pass the Senate?
It's expected to pass. However, we feel that we're convinced that what they're proposing have a number of legal and constitutional breaches, and for that reason, we plan to challenge it in the courts.
So it's the court you're going with it?
Yes. And I said that in the debate today.
Not taking it to the streets?
Also.
Will the PNP be calling the citizens of Portmore to these kind of consultation to now hear from them?
We have already started,
Talk to us about that.
Municipal Council. We have done a couple of those already, and they have said a resounding no.
And how many people were at those kind of consultations?
It was well over about 75 or more persons.
And you have videos of those consultations where they stream live?
Yes. I can't vouch for whether it was streamlined. I have to double check with the municipality as to whether that happened. But the broad cross-section of the Portmore citizens and groups were there, plus regular ordinary citizens.
The comrade leader in the parliament today also mentioned that Portmore lacks a lot of the amenities that parishes enjoy. You don't have a parish court, you don't have a market, you don't have a cemetery, you don't have a hospital. Talk to us about those.
Oh, no, that is so. That is so. We don't have many of those things. Put it this way. Portmore parish and those designations are not of any material benefit to the citizens of Portmore. And that's the reason why we don't get distracted by it and consumed in it. What we are about is the continued development of Portmore. The level of development of Portmore today, particularly over the last 20 years, never took place because we're a parish. Because we have an active and progressive and effective municipality.
What about this?
That enjoys all the power of any other municipality across Jamaica.
What about this argument that Portmore, the people of Portmore, are the most compliant as it relates to paying their taxes in Jamaica?
Yes, that is so.
And they want so all their tax money to be spent in Portmore.
As it's being done.
So
it's being done.
Are you saying that
it's untrue? And just anybody that doubts that, please don't worry to believe me or those JLP speakers. Just consult the law.
And you see that all the taxes paid by the Portmore people, and of course
that they come from, yes.
There is a tax office in Portmore.
We do have a tax office of our own in Portmore.
Right, so when you register your car, it goes to the Portmore municipality.
Indeed. As what happens in every other part of the country, all their municipalities. And this is what I like, the whole dishonesty in the government members' pronouncements. As I said, don't believe what I say. Just check what the law is and what has been happening. Check the municipality and ask them.
MP, when Portmore became a municipality, wasn't it the intention that we would have more parish selecting their mayor directly by a direct vote from the people?
Correct. No, what they're doing is to remove that provision. That's why it's a backward retrograde step.
Because I believe that we should be voting for our mayors separate and apart.
Yeah, but I leave that for the people to determine. In the instant case, Colin, the people have voiced their position on it and say that's what they want, that's what they have, and that's why we have to protect it.
All right, I'm not going to keep you long.
Protect that decision.
But before we go, how soon, based on this bill that they passed in the parliament, maybe going to the Senate, what, Friday?
No, there's no sitting in Friday, as I understand it. They won't be sitting until sometime in April.
All right, so it wouldn't become law before April then.
Yeah,
But
sometime after then.
But when it becomes law April, what happened to Leon Thomas? His worship the mayor Leon Thomas.
He will no longer be a mayor.
And what
because
will he?
the bill as it is and was passed repeals the Portmore Charter that establishes the office of the direct elected mayor.
So what would Mayor Thomas be?
He will be an ordinary citizen. So the other part of it, this whole bill is to reverse the result of the last election that was not favorable for them.
But how do you do that because he's not like Mayor Scott down in Spanish Town, who was elected as a councillor and then chosen by the majority of councillors in the St. Catherine municipality to be the mayor. So if you move Mayor Scott, he will still be a councillor. But Mayor Leon Thomas was voted for by the people of Portmore. 20,000 votes. How much votes he got again? Fitz, you can remember?
A lot. He got the largest majority of the 5 direct elections that we have had.
Whole heap of vote him get. More than 10,000 people voted for him. How though?
And that is what makes this whole act by the government a wicked, anti-democratic, autocratic.
No, but but Fitz, how can you move him?
No, but I just explained to you. They are seen to do that, and that's one of the matters that we're going to bring before the court. I don't want to say much about that.
Because just looking at that off the top of your head, you realize you can't move him. He was elected by the people.
No, I won't say you can't move him. They might try to do so illegally.
Oh,
and that's why we're going to go to the court.
So, interesting days ahead.
In very interesting days.
Comrade Jackson, thanks for your time. We know you're busy.
My pleasure as always.
Blessings. We'll talk again.
Yeah, man. All right.
Yeah, man. Fitz Jackson is the person put in place by the People's National Party who is responsible for whatever happens in Portmore. You hear it. How you going to move Leon Thomas? Somebody who was voted in. So you're going to have to change the constitution to move Leon Thomas. This not sound good. We have a number of things we want to look at this evening. Number of things. I am very worried about the future of Port Antonio. Owen Brown, go sit down. All right. You're not nobody. We're done with you. Worried about Port Antonio and where Port Antonio is going as a town and as a place that would want to be a city. I'm calling on the municipal corporation this evening that as a tourist attraction, are we a tourist attraction with this level of dirt in the town of Port Antonio? We have a dirty town, So I don't even know if we can still be referred to as a tourist attraction. But I'm going to still refer to us as a tourist attraction. I'm going to call on the municipality this evening, the municipal corporation, to make an effort to clean the town of Port Antonio and to keep it clean. Yeah? Clean the town of Port Antonio and keep our town clean. May I beg you now? I'm also calling on them to design and implement a sign. A welcome to Port Antonio sign. You have one in Montego Bay You have one in Negril. We need a sign in Port Antonio. Because when people come to Port Antonio, they'll go to the sign to take pictures. 804-7072. Good evening.
Shaka for you, what go on?
I'm there.
I'll ask you a couple of questions. Tell me something. From an honest point of view, you feel as if MOCA and FID do them work effective?
Wow. What a question that. I don't know. I hope so. Because I don't have the inside information of what MOCA and FID are doing. I don't have the information, my brother.
I mean, it's not me asking a question like this, Shaka. It's not for cast any aspersions or anything, you know, but
Me understand you, you know.
It's just that, I mean, you can't have a country with so much high-level corruption and, you know, especially involving the head of state and all these things. And when I look, nothing now become of it. I mean, when I look... Hold on.
The head of state is the governor general, is the king. King Charles is the head of state, represented by the governor general, Sir Patrick Allen. So I figure you're talking about head of the government.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my apologies. But with John.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I say, you don't understand how so much high-level corruption go on. When I look, it's like, because, I mean, truth be told, I mean, Andrew Wilner should never depend on ballot to run back to Prime Minister, or you know what I mean, or run back to office.
Well, you'd have heard my views on that Saturday morning when certain person called the program and make a fool of themselves. That the Prime Minister, based on the report from the Integrity Commission, should either at this stage release his statutory filing to the people of Jamaica, make himself available to the media for interviews so that we can quiz him as it relates to these filing. Because where the thing is right now in the courts, we are of the opinion that this is in an effort to hide what is happening and to stop people from asking questions.
Yeah, because the fact that the investigation is ongoing, you know, and him still hold the post as Prime Minister, as head of government. I mean, him basically intercept the investigation, them a tamper with what? With the proceeding, you know what I mean?
Well, you could have looked at it that way, you know. Because remember, when Ruel Reid issue came up, he said to Ruel Reid that based on the allegations, you have to step aside so that the investigation can take place without people wondering if you are interfering with the investigation.
True.
So therefore, when you look at the allegations against the Prime Minister, and when you listen to the chairman of the Integrity Commission, Justice Seymour Panton, he said the report, what is in the report are not opinions. They are state of facts coming out of an investigation.
Okay.
So therefore, it is incumbent on the Prime Minister going into an election that he must clear him name, and if he can't clear him name, I don't think he should have go in front of the people to become prime minister again. I agree with you totally.
Yeah, I'm shouldn't depend on the ballot, man. Him should recruit himself already, man. Because, I mean, and this is how you know, say, I mean, I don't know if you hear the breaking news today, so Jamaica slip
4 places down.
Yeah, in the corruption index. Yeah,
No.
I mean, and then, I mean, internationally, people are looking on these things, you know, when I look on even the SSL scandal, people are let it go, you know.
No, but we cannot let go the SSL thing, you know. You see, and both must get back in money, and the other people must get back their money. No.
And then, you know the hurtful thing about the Shaka. You have some people that follow everyone in China talk about SSL, a private company, so government has to do this. So I say, yo, I mean, every company, the government collect tax on them.
Hold on.
Because they regulate them.
Caller, hold on.
Yeah.
The government never just collect tax from SSL. The government grant SSL a license to operate. So the government said to the people of Jamaica that this company is licensed by us and is supervised by the FSC.
Sure.
Yeah? So the government have a responsibility. Furthermore, remember the FSC said that they sent a report to the Ministry of Finance. The minister said him never seen no report. Yeah. And when the FSC insists, him tell the people in my office figure look. Them look and not find none. He went to look. And guess what? He found the report from the FSC. So therefore, the government have a role to play in what happened. Furthermore, remember this. The Prime Minister was an investor in SSL.
Also, yeah.
And a couple months or some months before, you seeing money went missing, him take out fee. I want to respond. Hold on. Hold on there. Don't lose your thought. Because this brother our name Owen Brown in the chat from evening. And we want to take him to school. He said the accuser must show proof. And I agree with him. But in this case, the accuser has shown their proof. The accuser accused the Prime Minister of using charitable fund to buy stocks and bonds. Yeah. The accuser said somebody lodged over $4 million in the Prime Minister's account through a non-disclosure lodgement system. The accuser said the Prime Minister has been moving about $400 million from one account to the next. Sure. They also said that the Prime Minister did not pay any taxes on some of those. And they came in front of the Parliamentary Oversight Committee and they said, these are not opinions, these are facts on the table.
Shaka, there's something I want to say to you from the other day, but it just come back to me now. You know, I'm saying to a virgin of mine the other day, we have a conversation, and I said, you see Nigel Clark take away himself. It's not the mere fact that him get a better job off or anything, you know, a danger him a run from, you know. Because him himself knows that this SSL thing is serious, you know. Take away him back, you know, I tell you, you know.
You see,
take away him back.
When this SSL thing your boss has said to people, and I remember I said it to Simon Crosskill, that if you see and Bolt don't get back in money, it is going to damage Jamaica's reputation.
Jamaica, the reputation damaged from 9 years ago.
But you see and sound like him ready for talk now. You see the man do a local podcast. Yeah, international media houses are calling him, want to talk to him. And as the patriot that he is, he's trying to save Jamaica by not saying anything. But obviously nobody now said nothing to him either.
And the thing I not understand, and the thing I not like, and it hurt me. The man lose his money as well as other investors. But I mean, unfortunately, it's bittersweet because if both never involved, probably it wouldn't get this big publicity where it get.
That is true.
But then when I look now, the main man behind SSL alone, nobody to talk to him. You cross the right now, me if you understand, say him left the country, gone to Canada.
At one at a time, I think one at a time, them did hold on pan him and let him go back, or them must have did not charge him and nobody charge him. There was something. Yeah? But
Him is a big money donor to the Labour Party, you know.
Brother.
He's a big donor to them, you know, because them conference so them keep, I think 2023 or 2022, one of them here that are him for it.
Well, me don't know them detail there.
Him is a big supporter of the Labour Party, and maybe that's the reason why they don't really go after him like that, because if them go after him and him go squeal,
but
it will bring down the government.
No, but it brings me back to the first question where you asked. You remember the first question you asked?
Yeah.
What was the first question you asked?
Ask if MOCA and FID are play them role.
Because why I bring you back to that, it is not supposed to be the government who are charged or who are investigate or arrest, you know. Is MOCA and the FID supposed to do them work? But you remember you remember Nigel said Clark did say more bring in the FBI?
Yeah, remember that, man. That was just a public facade, man.
But you remember when they make the arrest, the first arrest, and the police come and make a big statement, the present commissioner of police told the media that the FBI was not involved, and if him need them, they would have called them in.
Yeah, remember all of that. All of that.
Brother.
Me tell you, man. Mr. Golden have some serious work to do when him come to office, you know, because a lot of things need to shake up, you know. A lot of things need to shake up. Some people, because you have some people, even in the police or the command, who play politics too, you know, we notice, you know, see where them go to the municipality or send catching, go so them conduct raid over there. And now we don't hear what them say them fine, you know.
No.
We don't hear what them say them fine, so why them go over there, so we say, and you see the whole thing where them are trying to dig up about the KSSE at all, and all of these things. All these things are necessary in our destruction, you know.
Let me tell you something. An election is imminent. The government is in trouble. You saw the poll that they put out, that them leaks on, that them claims that the poll leak.
Yeah, man, propaganda poll. Man.
No, man, it's a good poll. It's a good poll. The GLP leading by 5%. Call the election then, no?
Them green that poll them put out. Them put out that because them want to look like they confident in Andrew.
Let me tell you something. It worked for them already, yeah? They have put out fake poll before, and it worked for them and them win the election by 1 seat. And that's why when PNP polls were coming out, they were saying that the polls were fake. Because they know that they would have done it before, put out fake poll, to get the people and to say, well, all right, GLP are going to win, so some PNP sit down and not vote. So,
let me tell you something, Shaka. When you say somebody, so they can count at least 5 seats when we know say gone from them clean. So, Mala who vote not seat, no problem there right now. I move them, so them a plan to move her, put her for some other place. You know?
She said she's not moving, she going back.
But it don't make no sense because she not win. She not win. Be a complaint. People are complaining.
Let me tell you something. The GLP, this present GLP team lacks talent. The bench is bare. When you hear an 82-year-old man talk about him going to run back, then you realize that the GLP no have no talent. If you look at the amount of work that Venetia Phillips is doing for the Jamaica Labour Party, you realize there's no talent over there. They have no ideas. They have no plans for this country. And hence, we see where the country is now.
But right now, no, Shaka, you mentioned about Venetia Phillips, but right now, me not see where them are going to put her for run as a candidate where she are going to win, you know, because me tell you something, one thing, you know, me see this over the years, you know. Anybody where you see switch on the PNP and go join the Labour Party, majority of the time they get rejection after rejection after rejection. See, the same thing happened to Carrie Douglas. Carrie Douglas left the PNP, go join the GLP, and the people reject her same way.
Yeah, man. And Dash of Venetia Phillips same way.
Sharon A. Webster, they do the same thing, I think, in 2011. when she switched from Porsche and go join the Labour. And you see what happened to her all now, them threw her in the naughty corner, she can't come back.
Let me tell you something. And we've been saying it here. Jamaica needs a serious forensic audit. You hear they're running out to talk about audit the KCMC and audit this. There are some parish councils that were audited in 2022, 2023. I think the report came out February 2024 that the auditor general is saying that she cannot sign off on them. The Portland Municipal Corporation is one such.
Let me tell you, Shaka, let me tell you, man. Anytime when you take office, man, and I have some serious work to do. Serious work. And you see with this forensic audit where you have mentioned that.
Yeah.
I believe say when I'm going to get in some people from overseas to come help with the investigation.
Because it needs to be done fast. It needs to be done fast. And
yeah, you need a thorough investigation. You don't want nobody who are trying to intercept nothing.
And you can't make the mistake where we make 2012 where we just go and clean up and fix up. And then they are coming now to tell lies about what started under Bruce Golding when they got a IMF deal in 2010 and lost it in 2011. Jamaica couldn't go to the international market to borrow a dime.
Hey, may I tell you something, Shaka? I feel to say, anytime when you get the country, the net international reserve, it will drain, the money not in there,
No, well, them claims say what, about $5 billion them said they don't know.
Well, because at the rate of how money are missing left, right, and center, and you can't see where the money go. You can't hear where the money. Every minute you hear say the BOJ have to intervene in the market.
Every week. Last week it was $90 million that they spent to stabilize the dollar. And they are floating, they are floating government paper every week.
Every minute the Prime Minister come out and try to people about the country at the well. Shaka, you're going to the supermarket in 20,000 right now, you have to put back things, you have to left things for the counter, brother.
Virgin, let me tell you something. Hear me good. In 2016, a pound of chicken cost between $90 and $110. Yeah?
Yeah, man, that's true.
A pound of chicken now is $380 to $420 for a pound of chicken.
Let me tell you something. You see sausage and Frankfurter, them things they have become luxury food right now,
Of course.
They have become luxury food right now. You hear me, I tell you. So, me wonder sometimes if the Prime Minister really understand or if he know what really happened.
I don't think so.
Them talk, they say country at the well.
Well, guess what? Them not care neither. Because I heard the Prime Minister one day make a statement, and I remind you, back in the 90s, early 2000s, that people used to buy government paper. And that's a lazy way of running a country, lazy way of investment. And the same time he was out there saying that they were floating government papers the very same week. So I then look at it and said, this man is dangerous to this country. Because the very same thing we must say no good and is a lazy way, it was the same thing that was happening at the same time under his administration. Crazy.
Yeah, man. Shaka, one thing before we go, you see, I want you to stress on that topic here because you see them computer there where them say missing from SSL. No, we don't hear where them computer there go. We don't hear who take them. We don't hear what become of them.
And we don't hear if they find them back.
They find them.
We don't hear.
But we don't know what if them delete anything off of them or whatever. We don't know nothing.
Exactly. Right. We not hear nothing about it.
So yes, it's a pure couple of things are going, but I mean, as a KD night say, anytime Mark Golden win, we have to hear what is what.
Yes, man. We have to give a report to the country of the financials of this country because what they keep. I hear the Prime Minister said that the finances, the economy is fit.
The economy is fit and people.
And we know. And I don't know how the PIOJ don't come out yet. I need to talk to Ralston because I don't know, we don't get the figures for the last quarter yet. Why all the figures not come yet? Starting should have come by.
You can't, I mean, if you have a country at the world, you don't need to tell people so the country at the world. People are going to see it and feel it.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
If you go home, if you leave work and go home and your wife cook, by the time you reach the door, you smell the food, you know.
Hallelujah, my brother. Yes, yes.
So when the Prime Minister come and have boast every day and tell all the country at the world, you don't need to try to convince people. People will feel it and know. But nobody now feel the prosperity where they say our country prosperous. Nobody now feel it.
Sufferation, brother. Sufferation. Big up yourself.
Brother and time still. And we link up, man, yeah?
Yeah, man. One love.
Cool.
804-7072. We're taking your calls right here on the Colin Bell Show, where we speak the truth. We're calling on the Municipal Corporation in Port Antonio to start do some work. Clean up down at the railway. The turntable, that area should be fenced, clean up and fenced and have as a heritage site. Yeah? We need a Port Antonio sign. That's when people come to Port Antonio, them can go, they go take picture. The town need to clean. I don't know what I do. But me a call pan Comrade Dexter Rowland, Councillor Dexter Rowland and Councillor Wayne Mackenzie to join force with the mayor and clean up Port Antonio. It's our town and it not clean. Need to clean up so that we can be proud of where we live. We have a beautiful space, man. When you drive through the town, hey, I don't know how many of you ever drive through the town like about 7 o'clock in the evening and see how the people them just fling out the garbage all about. The garbage just fling out. Wow. So that need to fix. The town need to clean right through the day. The one woman who never go through the town at daytime can't do it. You need at least 3 people going through the town, keeping the town clean. The stagnant water in the town need to sort out. The broken sidewalks, since you can't see me tell you, need to fix. You need to find place to put the vendors that people can use the sidewalks in Port Antonio. There's no way where in Port Antonio for people to walk. People have to be walking in the middle of the road. I want to collect taxpayers' money. Collecting taxpayers' money and not working for it. Now collect the money under false pretense. But I'm going to keep telling you guys what needs to be done in Port Antonio. I don't think no more turntable in a Jamaica, railway turntable. We have one in a Port Antonio. I want to make it a rotten dung. I remember one time the scrap metal man, they'll cut it up. Yeah? They'll cut it up. Councillor Rowland, Councillor Floyd Patterson, I think Councillor Mackenzie was a part of the team who went down there and stopped it from cut up. But it not for just left, so it needs to clean up all the other remains of the railway that are there needs to be cleaned up and preserved as a little piece of our history. Boy, I know worthless, you know. No, man, I worthless is me and this me ever seen in life. Man, worthless. Gosh. No, sir. Do something, man. Make us see you do something. We look like you work for your money. That's all like a clown. When me talk, ready to jump down. Clown them. Do something for the money, your worship. You have to do something for it. It can't continue the way how it are running at this town here. Port Antonio deserve better. You remember, anybody remember, back in the day, when cruise ship come out Ocherius, the cruise ship used to come at Port Antonio? Anybody remember that? But we don't see that no more. Not the cruise ship, I mean. When cruise ship come out Ocherius, tour buses, used to come to Port Antonio from Ocherius. So they used to sell the cruise. They used to sell the tour on the cruise ship for Port Antonio. Cruise ship coming in the morning, and you have buses where used to come up to Port Antonio and go back down. That time the road never even so good. And we have way better roads now. But the ship's not coming. The tour's not coming. Who is really representing Portland? Who are represent Portland? No look like nobody are represent Portland. But for no fault. I not say our fault. For no fault. Because when you take up anybody and put them to represent, you get where you pay for. That's simply what happened, you know. You're getting what you pay for. What is bell? You should not talk. You shouldn't even talk. Your party kick you out. And listen, man. You see you? Because you're involved in a certain things, I guess you know, are you supposed to know involved? Obviously you're a fish. So that means you know the fish them. Yeah? Now the whole I want to labor right sit down. And when me throw a lick and it catch you know, when I love tell me how PNP kick me out, I withdrew. And me tell you why me step aside. Yeah? And yes, me run as a councillor and lose. Won't never run as. We never try nothing in life. And me gonna run again and win. I bet. When me talk about the corruption in our party, when me talk about the corrupt government, it burn no. Well, guess what? When I got tired for see my face, I mean I stop talk the truth. Yeah? Me now stop talk the truth. Go sort out to no corrupt government. Go sort out the people them where I try bring down Jamaica and I tear down the country. But hey, let me tell you something. So a man think it, so is he. And anytime you point finger upon people, you must remember that the biggest finger point back at you. Yeah? Remember that. So, me know the life where me live. Yeah? Me know the life where me live. And me don't know about people personal life. So if you know, because you and them are do the same thing, or your father tell you, or your brother tell you, me don't know. You understand me? So don't come on my show with it. You don't have, well, on Labour right now on a platform. You Labour right now on a platform. Because I don't know why I don't come over here and take so much liquor evening, at night time and morning time. But guess what? I am going to make you a promise that you'll be out of your misery for another 28 years when PNP win the next election. It was a reason why PNP was in government for 18 years, you know. Because the same kind of incompetence that was shown by the Jamaica Labour Party. A party that lacks talent. Yeah, man, I block that one there, man. I block that one there and send him away. Me block him and send him away. I don't know which party go search and find and come back over here. So he used to come over here one long time, you know. Yeah, man. He used to come over here one long time. And we did run him away. And then him start come back again. My people are trying to load a video. But I don't know why video not loading. Because I want to show you the dirty town that we have in Port Antonio. Wanted to show it. So, the GLP grabbing onto straws, then put out a fake poll. When I got a call Sunday morning, because when them leak them the poll, they will see them early, you know. So I got a call early and say, yo, them leak a poll, say them a lead by 5. So the first thing I say, who do the poll? Them say, no, them can't talk. Who do the poll? So we say, well, make we say the poll credible. Because if them a lead by 5%, call election now. But they can't call election. All I want to wear disrespect my leader. You know, see Andrew run scared. Running. Can anybody believe that the most honorable Dr. Andrew Brogard Radam Oldness a run from Marky G? Can anybody believe that? After Bobby Montague had made a big statement that labor rights must protect Mark Golding. You remember that statement there? That's what Bobby Montague is saying now. Labor rights must protect Mark Golding. Take care of him. Because he want Andrew to beat him. Well, the first election that Andrew faced Mark Golding Andrew get beaten. That's the parish council election. We want more seats. We want more divisions than the labor rights. So right now, they're running scared. My brethren say fire there must steal. Then think a cool breeze. Forward Empire. Yes, sire. I want to thank all the people in the chat room with there. We're there with we. Yeah, man. So I put out an apology today because a certain man called the program Saturday and he insists that he's not a supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party. So he's not an activist and he is not a supporter. So if you all check the YouTube channel right here on Portland Spice TV, I apologize to him because he insists that he not support the Labour Party. And I like how people are running away from this corrupt government. Nobody wants to associate themselves with corruption, and that's a good thing. I applaud every Jamaican who are now distancing themselves from the Labour Party. Oh, I tell you one more thing where I said today. I was traveling, coming into the parish today, and when I got to Art Hill, me see a certain man on billboard. Every light post coming into Buff Bay, some light posts have on all 2 billboard of a certain man. Me never see none inside the town of Buff Bay. Because I start look for them, I see one of Orange Bay, but then I see whole heap of Hope Bay billboard with a certain man on it. What can go so? After 18 years, you have to put up billboard before election call. Then don't tell me something. Don't tell me something. What is happening with that community center down at Hope Bay? Comrade Doreen Campbell, I want to hear from you about the community center down at Keynote. I want to hear from Comrade Campbell what is happening with the community center. They did some work on it, put in a nice building. I've never gone into the building, see it from outside. But me understand, wow, that's good, beautiful. Wonderful, Nadia. Wonderful. Something with the community center. So I will hear from Doreen tomorrow about what is happening. Desmond Mackenzie tomorrow. What that? Sir Thomas? What is that?
A rise on a point of order, Mr. Speaker. The bill that was tabled, and I opened the debate, and we are debating, in that bill includes no provisions about removal of political boundaries. Mr. Speaker, the member is misleading the House. This Parliament, Mr. Speaker, cannot alter or create political boundaries. We are creating a parish boundary, Mr. Speaker. We are creating a parish. And they must stop, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, the minister has made that point repeatedly, and it is disingenuous. Under our constitution, constituencies cannot straddle parish boundaries. And when you configure parish boundaries, as this bill does, running through the middle of existing constituencies, you are ipso facto reconfiguring the constituency boundaries. Stop deceiving the people. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Mr. Speaker, I repeat, the principal objective of this legislation is to recast the existing constituency boundaries of 2 seats to provide a political advantage to the JLP. This is flagrant gerrymandering and is an abuse of the democratic process of this Parliament.
Confident that the next parish council, we will have all 3 divisions in South Central, East Central, and Capital. The most difficult of the 3 was Portmore Bank. And we have made it much easier now. I've been fighting before 2011 when we had the last boundary change that Portmore should not go to Spanish Town, a part of Spanish Town in the middle of the road. I've fought for years and then we became with 2,000 parish boundary committee. And today I'm happy to say that we have the boundary that we wanted all along. Quarry Hill, Lakes Bend, Lime Tree Grove, Range Lane on that side will no longer be in Portmore Bank. We sat down, we did the map.
hold on, Owen Brown. And that man is supposed to say lie because if this are true, then what you have to say? So say this man a lie.
The PFP submitted a map that they want, but as far as I'm concerned, they're not government. We have 49 members of parliament who are 14 of them, the majority must stop. They claim that we're using politics and they blame me, that me got sick based on politics. The only thing I know is politics. And my politics is the Jamaica Labour Party. And I must do everything possible within my power to secure victory for the Jamaica Labour Party in every field. I have no problem to make nobody. I sat down and I looked at elections after elections. I look at 4 elections down the road. Look at results in each PD. And that's the basis on which we did this. So the boundaries in the east remain, the boundaries to the south remain, the boundaries part of the west remain. But we cut up along down the Golden Road to what we call the one, Port Tennessee Road. Yes, then we take the highway back to Mandela. So the whole of them people on the left, then down at anything. They won't be able to make this anymore. So at least, when I'm gone, I know a Labour Party has something here. I can say further, when we take Portmore after St. Catherine, it's a different ballgame across there. Well, we're 41 seats, now 42 seats. Out of these 42, PNP, you have 12 in Portmore. We won 2, they won 10. Yet they won the St. Catherine Parish Council by 1 seat. 1 seat is not they get 10 from Portmore. Now, give them back them PNP 10. Leave us alone over here. And it means that under no circumstances PNP can ever win the St. Catherine Parish Council again. Never again.
Meanwhile,
That is where you call to divide and rule. That is them only plan, to divide and rule. Let me tell you all what is happening in Portland tomorrow. Michael Phillips, the opposition shadow minister of roads and works, works and transportation, will be coming to Port Antonio tomorrow. That is what is happening. So Michael Phillips will be here by about 11 o'clock. We'll be meeting with number of different people in the town, and then we're going up to Mansion Hill to really walk and talk with the people of Mansion Hill. So yeah, Michael Phillips will be walking with our candidate, Isaac Buchanan, through Port Antonio, meeting and greeting some people, and then we're going up to Mansion Hill, because let me tell you this, Isaac Buchanan will be the next member of parliament for East Portland. Drop dead pon that. That me I tell you now. And we're working together for this victory. So when him that one place, me that one next place. So yes, we are tag team this. And we are going to deliver East Portland to the People's National Party. If we are go live, well, we might go live because there's going to be a spot meeting after everything done. In the evening, yeah, man, we're going to have a spot meeting. So you'll be hearing from our candidate. You'll be hearing from Michael Phillips as we meet and greet the people. Yes, man. So, the good thing about it is, Owen Brown, we don't want to see you there. You can stay away there. You want Warmington, Owen Brown, you and Warmington a friend, don't? Yeah. Yeah, remember what the man did say about Warmington. Owen Brown, Warmington do it for your foot too? We now take the program there, so that's what I want. But we now go there, so. Michael Phillips will be visiting East Portland tomorrow. And we'll be telling you about some other people. We'll be telling you about some other people that will be coming to East Portland, because we are ensuring that East Portland gets representation. Representation, not going to parliament just to answer him name. We know that Isaac Buchanan can speak for the people of Portland, East Portland. We know that when Isaac Buchanan get up to speak, we understand and we can be proud. We now feel when him get up to speak, we are cringe. And again, me a call upon you know that we want 5 debates in East Portland. 5 debates between Isaac Buchanan and the Dancing Queen. 5 debates. 1 in each division. So there must be a debate in the Mansion Hill division where the people from Mansion Hill can come, sit down and look. And the debate must be set up where you have at least 3 or 4 questions from the audience. And the candidates must at least ask each other 1 or 2 questions. So Isaac will ask her 2 questions and she will ask Isaac 2 questions. And you have 1 debate in Mansion Hill, 1 in Fair Hill, 1 in Port Antonio, 1 in Prospect, 1 in Fellowship. The people must hear from the people who are proposing to represent you. I am also saying that the candidates, Isaac Buchanan have a program every Thursday evening, you know. It named Context Matters. So anybody can call him and ask him questions or send him questions. I would love to see the present MP make herself available to the people of East Portland. And we are going to start calling for it. What do you mean she's not brave? It's not about brave. You're representing people. We must be able to hear from you what it is that you're offering, how you're going to do it, and your plans for the people, your plans for the community. We want to hear that. Now tell me about, you know, good pan talking. If you are represent people, you have to talk for them. So we want to hear the plans. We want to hear Isaac Buchanan plans. We want to see Isaac Buchanan sit down and answer questions from the people of East Portland. We want to hear the MP's plans. She want a next term. We want to hear your plans. It can't go so where you just dance and that's it. You see? I hear the people up our fellowship division. Some people will never vote for me or call me now. What not call me for? Me not tell the people who vote for me. Me know all who vote for me. And me know all who never vote for me. Me also know all who never vote. But I'm saying, me did want to know. Say you must, the Bible tell you, say I know where you eat, defile your body, I will come out of you. So because some people know say them never have no plan and them never have no good intention for the people, them they never talk to the people before election. Them never talk. And some people go up in the valley and tell them, say, them now go give me no money to spend. And a lot of people never understand that the MP don't give councillors money to spend. Yeah? The money that councillors spend come from the municipal corporation, not from the MP. And I was warning some people and saying to them that your councillor should not be the same person as your MP. Because that's what you have in East Portland now. The MP is the councillor for the fellowship division. And the MP is the councillor for the Fair Hill division. Although me say them have a problem in the Fair Hill division. As bad as things be, the mayor kind of stand up on his own little bit. But him now do nothing substantial. And Portland needs leadership right now. The world are left with, brother. The world are left with. Other place in Jamaica go left way. Because we don't have nobody to look out for we. We don't have nobody to defend we. I like this, Ivan. I like this. I like this. Lord of mercy, Colin. Do you know where Andrew Holness' 21-year-old son got millions to buy government land? Me don't know him buy government land. I don't believe that. Me see that something about me not believe it. Tell Michael Phillips to stop follow behind and fix him. No, Michael Phillips not following behind Isaac, you know. Michael Phillips is going around looking at the issues around the island that when he becomes the minister, him can fix them. Yeah? You the man them say them have Sparks program where them have spent $40 billion. And you hear what them say? 2 road them have give each MP right now. So it's the government of the money, not Michael Phillips. Yeah? It's the government of the money. Look what is happening in East Portland, in West Portland. Chucker drop through bridge. Rainfall, people have to use rope across river. What happened to that? 18 years as a member of parliament. The man is a super minister. So, you have to understand what is going on in this constituency. Saturday morning, we talked to Miranda Wellington down there in South St. Elizabeth. And she told us that Flight Green now do no work down there. But you'd have also heard Andrew Holness tell you, that he's not pleased with a lot of his members of parliament. Him say it. The Prime Minister said it. Say him not pleased with a whole heap of them. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of things to talk about. Lots of things. Lots of things. We want to hear the production plan for Jamaica. Because see it now, USAID, Trump, stop it. And I heard the Minister of Health talking about somewhere about $7 million that we normally get from USAID. That I go stop. How we are gonna make back them money there? If the economy is going into a recession, how are we going to get out of that? And when you listen to the Prime Minister pivot statement, you remember that statement where the Prime Minister said we must pivot now? After 9 years, you're in government and you come to the people now and I tell them, say, we must pivot. Then you're going in the wrong direction. Going in the wrong direction. So if you listen to the GLP vloggers them and the trolls them becoming very disrespectful, very angry because they are desperate. Them see the defeat coming. And remember me tell you. Me see them right now I take on PJ Patterson. Taking on PJ Patterson. And you hear what them say? PJ no have no legacy. So, let me tell you something. When you hear them say GSIF, they might take money from GSIF for the project. GSIF is a PJ Patterson legacy policy. PJ Patterson bringing GSIF. When you hear them say they might take money from TEF, T-E-F, PJ Patterson bring that in. Yeah? Remember the whole issue about the monopoly in telephone company. That happened under PJ Patterson watch. I saw Digicel come here and Claro come here and my phone did come here. Yeah? We regulate the telephone industry. Make communication big and broad. All of the free Wi-Fi where you see them are put up around the place. Universal access fund. When people call from foreign, a tax was charged, and that tax go to the free Wi-Fi where you see I put up. I have nothing to do with labor right. Highway 2000, PGA Patterson. North Coast Highway, PGA Patterson. Oh, Kenwright Pier, right here in Port Antonio, the new marina. And I was in Panama recently. And I went to a place they call the Causeway. And when I went to the Causeway, I saw the concept of the mega yacht marina in Port Antonio. Saw what PGA Patterson wanted for Port Antonio. Because for those of you who don't know, where you call over pier, it's not finished, you know. Quite a few other things were supposed to be built. But as me always tell you that anytime GLP come in a power, anything if you go on at East Portland, stop. Anytime. Anybody who care to know ask me, I'll tell you. Anytime the GLP forms government, anything, whether it in the pipeline for Portland or whether that come out of the pipeline, them stop it. And so the marina, the mega yacht marina, never continue. So we never get the English bar. We never get the kind of gift shops we were supposed to get. And we never get the kind of promotion. So we had the boats coming here. Hence the dry dock down at Bumbrook did there. Not much now go on. So we have all of them things there where we need to push back. Oh, Marsha. Well, I tell you something. The capital of Portmore would have to be Pines, you know. Because your capital have to be a place where administration is done. Meaning the capital have to have a tax office. So, one tax office I am aware of in Portmore. And it there Pines. I don't know if another one there at Portmore. But a one me aware of. So that's where the capital would have to be. So I was talking about the Port Antonio Marina. So when I went to the Causeway, one of them there, I was showing you some pictures. I saw what the Port Antonio Marina would be like had it gotten to completion and got the kind of promotion that was necessary to grow a mega yacht marina. And when I look upon it, really turn around and me and say, yo, imagine we have this at Port Antonio, a boom. Like how this a boom. You know? Would have created a whole heap of job. But takes me to Reggae Month, Black History Month, that we are celebrating. And you know, when you look at it, Reggae Month in Jamaica, what's the significance? Because whatever little happens for Reggae Month happening in Kingston, you might find a one thing happening at Negril and a one thing at Moby and one thing in Ocherius. Not much not happen for Reggae Month. Yeah, man, that's the TEF, Christopher, Tourism Enhancement Fund. PGA put that in place. Let me tell you something. PGA legacy rich. Rich. So for your guy, I go say PGA not have no legacy. And the man win, what, 4 terms straight? Wow. Nobody else in Jamaica never do that. And you want to say the man not have no legacy. PGA legacy higher than Blue Mountain Peak. Remember me tell you that. So, Portlanders are calling on you. Presently, we have a field team running the parish. Field team. They have failed. They are not failing. They have failed. So right now, them just a collect them pay and a go on. Nothing. We need a new team to run this parish. We need a new direction. We need people with ambition. Because the people who are run Portland on an ambition. Because they'll be doing a better job. When you go over Folly now, for those of us who used to go over Folly, if you are my age, when we were going to school and we used to go over Folly over there, pretty clean. You could have walked from on a lighthouse, go up a great house. Whole heap of driving road used to let through them place there. Now Folly is becoming a garbage dump. Yeah? Port Antonio was richer back in the day than it is now. There was a time you used to have all 3 cruise ships coming a week. Now if we get 3 for the year, we get enough. But guess what? Better days are coming. But the people of Portland don't have to want it. Don't have to want it. Stop being penny wise and pound foolish. And I want to call upon the people, the youth, them where I drive round on election day. Because I see back some money in our box. I don't feel say enough. I don't take the money and I drive round and I try entice people. And I sell out on the parish. And then after I don't say nothing now go on. I don't see him one sell out the parish. Uno go out there, go influence people with $5,000 and $3,000. Sell out the parish. Time come for you to stop it. Time come for you to stop it. We are better than that. We are better than that. And we're going to tell you now some of the things them we have to offer. Yeah? But in due time. In due time. Hold on there. Christopher, where you say? I want any GLP. I want any GLP on the platform to tell us any game. GLP no have no policy for change no game, Chris. None. They have no policy because the economy is going into a recession right now and they can't come and tell we how them all take it out, brother. Mr. Bell, one minister is refuting the recession argument. Which minister that, Marsha? Which minister that? But I'd like to know which minister that. And then make them come and answer some questions because, you see, them not coming out to talk to the people, you know. Them not coming out to respond to the people. They put out statement. Them not give no interview. Because you can't ask no question. That's what we want. We want interviews. We want panel discussion with the politician them. Both GLP and PNP. We must come on and answer question. But Shaka, Portland needs to be cleaned up first. Yeah, it have to clean up Fitzroy. We can't bring tourists into this. No, I have a brother who is a marine pilot and the man tell me that cruise ship, mega yacht captains are complaining about the dirty state of the town. So me get them complain there. 2 ministers, Shaka. Tell me what them name now. Now tell me what the minister them name. Jamaica is the 3rd corrupt the third most corrupt in the Caribbean. Well, you see, what we have now is the most corrupt government in Jamaica. That's what we have now. Seriously. We have never seen any other administration as corrupt as this one. I mean, no other GLP administration never been as corrupt as this. Hey, you imagine this administration I get the chance where Siaga get 1983. And that's why I said to some people that if you know, like Mr. Siaga, you have to give him some respect. Because what happened between 1983 and what? 86, we had the local government election, then 89. What happened if them mania ever get that opportunity for them alone to run the country? Dog near supper. Remember, there was no opposition in the parliament after 1983, when the snap election was called and the PNP never contested it. Mr. Siaga, in fact, went ahead and brought in some independent senators. Yeah, man. So, you have to give Eddie some respect for that. Them, yeah, man, yeah? They would have take this here country, I see, and do something with it you wouldn't imagine. Would have been a dictatorship by now. It would be a dictatorship by now. My people, it's been a long day for me still. Been traveling from about 5 o'clock this morning. But we give God thanks for journeying mercies. We're back here. Tomorrow morning, those of you who enjoy love songs, Valentine's coming up. So we're going to be playing 4 hours of love songs tomorrow on Master Cat Radio at Zeno FM. We start at 10 o'clock and we'll go up till 2 o'clock. So those of you who can join me, please join me for the Love Web, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Wednesday. We miss Wednesday gone because, business call. So we have to do what we have to do. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thanks to Fitz Jackson, who graced us with his presence. Thanks to the caller and thanks to everybody in the chat room. This has been the Colin Bell Show for yet another Tuesday evening. And as we always say, may the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace, now and forevermore. Until we meet again Saturday morning. One love, my people.
Rise on a point of order, Mr. Speaker. The bill that was tabled, and I opened the debate, and we are debating, in that bill includes no provisions about removal of political boundaries. Mr. Speaker, the member is misleading the House. This Parliament, Mr. Speaker, cannot alter or create political boundaries. We are creating a parish boundary, Mr. Speaker. We are creating a parish. And they must stop, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, the minister has made that point repeatedly, and it is disingenuous. Of course. Yeah. Under our constitution, constituencies cannot straddle parish boundaries. And when you configure parish boundaries, as this bill does, running through the middle of existing constituencies, you are ipso facto reconfiguring the constituency boundaries. Stop deceiving the people. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Mr. Speaker, I repeat, the principal objective of this legislation is to recast the existing constituency boundaries of 2 seats to provide a political advantage to the JLP. This is flagrant gerrymandering and is an abuse of the democratic process of this Parliament.
Gilly, that's the link to the show tomorrow morning. Let's take off the EX. All right, I'm posting it again for you. I'm posting it again. So those of you who want to join me tomorrow morning on the Love Web, tomorrow morning, that's the link. Yeah, man. Join me 10 o'clock to 2 p.m. 4 hours of love songs. Master Cat Radio, Zeno FM.